I got two, one for you and one for me.
Good afternoon, morning, actually. I'm so used to saying afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of American Dream Trading's Livestock Education and Trading Outreach. This is an outreach of American Dream Trading, which is founded by, owned by, managed by, incorporated as a legal corporation for over 5 years by Chad Christian, who we affectionately call Coach. Glad to have everyone here today. Coach had a little thing he had to take care of. Unforeseen thing popped up. He had to step out for a while, so I'm jumping in here at the last minute, trying to kick off this program for you today. Again, my name is McC. I'm one of the moderators here at American Dream Trading, and we're glad that you can join us today. Again, had to throw this together real quick to get the lives going, do all the things, click at all the buttons. So we're trying to catch up here at the last minute. Apologize for being about 25 minutes late from the normal start time. We are live here at American Dream Trading 3 times daily. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I am live with the Futures Education and Training Program from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time daily, Monday through Friday. And following that at 4 p.m. over on our YouTube channel, which is appropriately named American Dream Trading, we have the Aftermarket Show with our host and moderator, Dawn, and talking about everything after the market closes. And you can join that show starting at 4 p.m. over there on our channel. And you can actually join that with a live open mic and camera if you so choose to. So with all that said, glad you could be here. We're trying to do a fast rush to the start before the market opens. And if this is your first time being here today, apologize, the coach is not here. He will return hopefully tomorrow. So if this is your first time here, make sure you click that subscribe, share, like, hit them thumbs up buttons over there. Make sure you're sharing this out to our live or to your live social media. That includes our paid members. Please like and share this out to your social medias also. And the more people to know, the more people that can be helped change their lives, hopefully. We'll try to do a little bit of education, a little bit of training. What you will hear here at the market open in about 3 minutes, you may hear our members calling out Apple or Tesla or Microsoft, whatever. You'll hear different stocks being called out. We are not, and I repeat, we are not a call-out group. When you hear people actually call out a stock, all that is telling our members, hey, take a look at this. They're all trained to make their own decisions whether to enter the trade or not. It is not an inducement to buy. We are an education and training program. We teach you how to decide, number one, is the stock or that play even worth getting into? If so, where do I get in? Where do I get out? How do I manage that trade? And Coach teaches us that every day live here on American Dream Trading. We have about 2 minutes to the market open. We will talk about some of the special promotions that we have going on here after the market calms down, probably around 10 a.m. or 10:15, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we will be going fast and furious here at the market open, and we will try to answer any questions that you have as you ask them. All you have to do is type in your question into your live social media platform, and we'll try to do our best to answer your questions live as with time allows. However, that probably won't be for the first half hour. Now, we do have other moderators roaming the halls inside all of our live social media, so they may be able to answer questions. You are in our house on our social media, so please respect the moderators and the other members that are inside watching these live feeds. Please refrain from flooding our feeds with lots of stocks. One thing we do not do, and we never will do, is tell you when to buy or what to sell. So please refrain from doing that same thing. House rules apply, so make sure that you respect those. And we're glad to have you here today. Hopefully you learn a little bit And you'll see how these things go. American Dream Trading does provide paid memberships, and memberships do have their privileges. What you do see on these live feeds is but the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. If you see here what we do live, again, you're just getting a taste, and that's the whole purpose, to give you a taste of what we do here. Our paid members get up to 12 hours of live Zoom call training where they have access to an open mic and they can ask questions. We deep dive into their questions. We do review trades. We do training 12 hours a day starting at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday through 4 p.m. And we also train on Saturdays and Sunday nights, depending on your membership level. As the markets go up here, generally, if the markets are up in the pre-market, you will generally see profits taken at the open. And if the markets are down in the pre-market, generally people will see that as a sell or buying opportunity because the prices drop down. All right. So anyway, we now have, market is open. Sorry, I missed it. Talking too much. All right, here we go. Let's look at SPY. There we go. SPY to big move to the upside there at the open. Big gap. So keep an eye. Oh, that's SPX. Never mind. Wrong one. There we go. I'm sorry I had SPX up there. Anyway, we do have a slight pullback here on SPY. On the Qs, what do we have on the Qs? They are holding its own right now at the open to the upside, trying to break through a critical double top level here. Again, if you're a new trader, you should not be trading real money in the first half hour of the market. Give the market time to decide what direction it may want to move. Give it time to calm down. Q's still stepping up nicely. AMD to the upside. Amazon approaching a triple top. Be careful there. Google. Let's take a look here. Again, I kind of had to do this at the last minute here, so apologize for appearing a little discombobulated, but we'll get through it. What else we got? The Russell pulling hard. As far as the Russell Index, which would be IWM in the stock option world. Meta pulling hard to the downside. Microsoft's holding its own, stair-stepping up, as is NVIDIA. SPY's still holding on. Tesla, after initial pullback, is now popping up a little bit also. So there you go. Let's give the market a few minutes here to decide what it wants to do. Tesla up here. Apple also trying to decide which way it wants to go after initial burst. Stair stepping up on this candle, showing some sign of strength to the upside. All right, let's see what semiconductors are doing. Soxol, let's look at that ETF. It's a reflection of all the semiconductor market. All your chips, NVIDIA, AMD, those. Pulling back after the initial open. All right, SPY's kind of flat at the moment. Qs are still holding their own to the upside at the moment, fighting to stay above VWAP, which is your volume-weighted average price, the single most powerful indicator that you can have on your chart. Qs still looking nice. Meta bouncing back after its big pullback at the open. Meta. Again, coming right back up to about its opening price this morning. AMD pulling hard and coming down here to a critical level, down here to this 257 mark. Careful there for a possible bottom bounce, but we don't decide what we're going to do until it happens here. Don't be jumping the gun. We want to let it play out. Watch this level down here. We know that we tend to reach critical levels. It could either slow down or even get a little bit of a bounce off of it. So AMD. Wick did touch close to that area down there. Let's see what happens here. We do have a strong move to the downside, as was reflected in Soxel, the chip ETF. NVIDIA, on the other hand, well, NVIDIA's pulling back from its initial burst to the upside. So they're both kind of pulling down. Here we go, some settling out. This is why we wait to see. Don't get excited. The market's only been open for 5 minutes. Market has not decided really what it wants to do. Microsoft still holding its own to the upside. Part of trading is waiting. That's the hardest part. Waiting is the hardest part, is it not? That would make a great song.
You know, I think that did make a great song.
It did. One of my
Who
favorite
sang it,
artists.
Mark?
No.
Tell us who sang it.
Petty.
Stop me a break.
Come on.
Waiting is the hardest part.
All right, SPY trying to break and hold below the 200 here. Let's wait and see if you're not already in this. You don't want to wait for the break and hold below the 200. If you're already in it, you are needing wheelbarrows to wheel your money around that you're making on your puts to the downside on SPY. SPY again is also coming down to a support level down here from earlier this morning. So again, respect those levels. Look behind you on your charts to see what has already happened behind you. Yes, this may be a short-term level, but you need to know where those levels are at. And there you go. Bounce right off that bottom. Is it going to bounce back up above the 200? Hard to tell because VWAP and the 200 are very strong indicators. It does take work to break through them either way. When it fought going down, it's got a fight coming back up. Watch your levels. Tesla, big burst to the upside. Look at Tesla taking off. Come on now. Look at that money. Come on. Look at that. Started on the shoulder of the previous candles. Strong move the upside at 459.76. Tesla, don't chase candles because what you see on my screen has already happened. Remember, social media people, what you see already happened because you're on a delay of 20 to 45 seconds on average. Never mimic anything you see on our screen. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Tesla, still holding. They're thinking about it, though. Starting to lose a little bit of steam here. Adjust this a little bit so I can move my L2 over so I can see what's going on here. My chart's a little off kilter here this morning. There we go. Tesla, slight pullback does not mean it's reversing course, but you want to use caution. What do we know with Coach's rules? 5 to 7 candle rule on a 1 minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be the 5th candle. Every 5 to 7 candles, expect a possible pullback. Not a reversal, but a pullback. Right? Doesn't mean it won't reverse, but it shouldn't surprise you when it happens every 5th to 7th candle on a 1 minute chart, either going up green or going down red. Why is that? Because 5 to 7 minutes in a trade is actually a long time for most traders to be in a trade, so they will tend to take their profits. Here we go. Now, this candle did not start on the shoulder of the previous, so be careful here. If we want to see a good sign of strength, we prefer to see them start on the shoulder of the previous candle. Know your levels. As you can see, I don't have any lines on my chart, so I have no idea what the ideal levels. Who's got levels on Tesla? Tesla traders, what do you got? Hello?
I got a line at 464.16.
Thank you. 464.16, level to watch.
Yeah, I have one at 464.08.
Okay, so in that general area, right?
Oh, yep, right around there.
All right. You ask 10 people what they have on their chart, you'll vary by a few pennies, right? So I'm going to put it, and we'll just split the difference. As it approaches this level, kind of be careful here, right? For a breakthrough, I have this at 13, but close enough, right? At least it gives me a point of decision, place I know I got to watch, correct? And what do we see over here wall-wise? We see 464, obviously a nice whole number, right? That'll be one area to start with. See if we can break and hold above this 464. Right now it is. We do have a big order. One may want to pull it back to 464. Wait and see here if it can hold this support level at 464. We do have a...
My next one is 464.81 after the
First place.
after this
Thank you.
level. I can break.
Okay. Again, we're approaching the levels. Now, when we talk about levels, we've looked at our charts. Our members are trained how to chart effectively. They know how to go back and see where these historical levels are to watch for. And that's what you heard called out by two of our members. So that means those are points of decision. What are we going to do as it approaches those levels, right? Wait and see, get out, lock in our profits, whatever you want to do, right? Double tops, it tends to pull back, right? Not always. Remember, statistics are a wonderful thing, but if something happens 80% of the time, that means there's a 20% that it won't. So, all right. All right, over there on TikTok, YouTubes, and all the other social, make sure you're smashing them likes and hearts and gifts and all that. Let's get her up to, we want to hit 25,000 is our first goal over there on TikTok. Let's get to smashing them buttons over there. There's enough of you. Do the math. You only have to click so many times to hit that goal. Let's go. Tesla approaching, I split the difference on this line, but you can see how it's slowing down a little bit? It's approaching critical levels, right? Now we're at 420, 420, 415. It's fighting right here. How many green candles do we have? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the fifth candle. All right. You can see it slowing down here. That 464. Nice even number. The market likes even numbers. Break and hold above 464. There is a large order to the upside of 464.25, but it has to break and hold above 464 right now. Right now we're 463.5 basically. And there's a little bit of a pullback as it tests this upper level. Let me look at my little charts I got up here. Apple still to the downside, pulling. Amazon's kind of stabilized. AMD is still hovering. It did break and hold that one level we talked about earlier, but it is also consolidating at this moment. So you can see it came right down here. We have this mess right here, this bottom. Came down there, it's still hugging that area, right? Doesn't know whether it wants to keep going down further or consolidate here. I'll wait and see. Amazon. Amazon's basically flat at the moment. It has to break and hold above this double top. Now, why do I say that, break and hold? Well, if I can see this on my chart, so can all the other traders, correct? So you generally want to see these break and hold above the current levels. It's got to fight through, right? You can see how this come up here and resisted, bounced back. It's tested at this prior level, this 259 area, multiple times. Fell short, hit it again, pulled back. Right now, it doesn't know what it wants to do. Google, what's Google doing? Google-licious? Any Google-licious? Not really. Well, it is to the downside. Right here's a nice critical level. Thinking about pulling to the downside. Again, look behind you. What levels do you have, right? Well, I can look right here in the the close the other day in the pre-market. I can pop a line on there real quick. Even though I don't have my lines charted out on my chart because as you all know, in the futures market, I rarely, well, I don't, period, trade stock options anymore. I'm into futures markets where I invest to buy time and energy. So you won't find very detailed charts here now like I used to have for stocks. All right, IWM, what do we got going on here? Downside here. I got an old line down here, 243.20. Didn't quite get there. It was off. Didn't make it that far, but we did break through some level. Look at these. See how important levels are in your chart? These are old. Probably the last time I filled in for Coach, right? Here's your 245. What did it do? Pause there, broke through. What did it do here at this 245 even? Pause, broke through. Now we're bouncing off our indicators right now. So those are all points of decision. What are we going to do? Respect your levels, respect your indicators, just like Coach teaches. Take a quick look at Mara. Mara pretty much the same way. All right, what else we got going? Tesla is still kind of holding its own after a pullback on some profit taking. Bounced off the 9 as expected, as we're trained.
News is coming.
News. Which news is that?
PMI.
If it's released. We are in a government shutdown, so those numbers may not come out. We love our economic news because we make money off of them. It's kind of stinks.
PMI came out, Mark, 945 at 52.5, forecast at 52.2. So some of these might come out. Some.
Okay, thank you. So was it better or worse?
It is a little bit better, but almost flat from forecasted. Prior, it is better. I mean, it's better from both forecasted and prior. Slightly,
Good.
It's above 50, so it's good.
Thank you.
But sometimes when it's flat, it's not really exciting.
Yeah, nothing burger. Did SPY react at 945? Well, I don't know. Still hanging down there, right? They didn't get too excited. Who's in them SPY puts? Holy cow, are you guys rocking in the money? You're about to hit a new tax bracket. Keep trading them SPY puts today if you got in at the open. Look at that. What a beautiful chart. What a beautiful bean chart. Anyway. We had Netflix. I heard that they're going to do a 10-to-1 split here in what, 2 weeks or a week and a half, something like that. Netflix to the downside also. They're going to do a 10-to-1 split. So you'll be able to get that. If it's split today, you'll be able to buy up Netflix for about $110 versus $1,000. That opens the market up for the average Joe like us, right? So you can add those, if you like Netflix. Not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying it opens up the market, right? So draws attention, draws excitement for a while. Apple still to the downside. Very nice play. I can assure you the Apple gang over there, which comes with your VIP, gold, and or diamond memberships, they are raking in the money over there also. I'm not even going to ask because I know they're actively managing that trade to the downside. Markets are to the downside overall. All right, we got a nice rounded bottom trying to form here on IWM. If it can break through and hold above VWAP into 21 on a 1-minute chart. Here's a good test of VWAP to see if we can maybe get some upside momentum. We like to see these nice rounded bottoms. We like nice rounded bottoms here. But VWAP is the strongest indicator in your chart. So you want break and holds. Don't jump the gun trying to game the system to get that extra $2 in profit, because this could pull back severely and you'll end up losing more than you would have gained. Here we go. This is
Tesla's at a double top from its near-term high the past several months.
Thank you.
Watch out, 467.
457. Thank you very much.
67. Yeah.
67. So we're going to test this level here. Critical level, long term, right? Historical level. Respect your levels. I'll make that yellow just so we can remember that. Again, anything you hear our members say are not inducements to buy. It just says take a look at it. Do I want to personally enter Tesla at this point? Well, I don't, because the way I trade on break and hold of the 9. So my personal entry criteria would have been down here. And then I could have rode that all the way up. He says laughingly, because I would have took profits on the way. Well, we do have strength to the upside still here, up 268 now. This candle did start on the shoulder of the previous. If we can get some oomph, get some volume to move this up, that would indicate it wants to go up a little more. I have an old line up here at this 470. We might as well call it 471. It says 470.97. I don't know where that line came from, but it's on that chart. Nice move to the upside. Thank you to moderators Doug and Ralph over in the futures. I just jumped in here at the last minute and they took over. So it's nice to have other moderators willing to step up their game on a short notice. They're there.
Teamwork doesn't seem work.
That's right. Many hands make a heavy load light. How's that? You like that one? Look at Apple. Oh, my Lord. Don't you wish you was an Apple also this morning? Look at that. Holy cow. Don't none of you Apple people respond. You pay attention to your trade. We'll talk to you after the fact. Whenever you start shedding. I don't even see there. Not even room to shed there yet, is there? Take a look at that. Not really. It was a little bit of a pullback, but did it break and hold above the 9? Absolutely not. Look at the stair stepping down shoulder to shoulder on these candles. If that don't get you excited, you don't know what a stock chart's telling you. Hey, you can get trained on that over here at American Dream Trading. Learn what these things mean because they are telling a story. There's a lot on this chart. There's a whole novel of information. But I know how to use that information to hopefully make profits on the way. What a beautiful chart. Here we go. I don't know if this is a critical level. Now, I don't have lines on this chart, but I can pop up a 4-hour chart here pretty quick and just look and see. Well, I got a line right here, so I'll respect this line around that 265.38. And then there's a bunch of traffic up here. I can pop a line there. Again, David would have these down to the penny. I'm just getting it close for visual purposes. All right. Give me a guideline. Give me a roadmap, right? So there's a level down there, and there's a level that I drew there where there's traffic back here behind us. Know your historical levels. They are important, and they will buy and sell at those levels. Equally as impressive is our Tesla chart. Look at that stair stepping up. And why does it do that? Because the next candle is starting at the price the candle previous to it finished. And that's what you want to see. That shows strength, right? See how that stair steps up, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder. When it doesn't start on the shoulder, you better be paying attention. Be a little bit more hyper. Just pay attention. I can't get the word out of my brain. Beautiful. Apple.
Vigilant, Mark.
That's
vigilant.
it. That's the word. What she said.
A roller coaster. I'm going to roll all over you.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Who's in them? Anybody in Tesla? Come on. Holy cow.
I am, Coach.
All right. I'm not your coach. I'm just Mark.
Hey, that's 9 candles in a row.
Yep. It is.
For those of you who's keeping score at home.
Thank you. And that is in reference to Coach's 5 to 7 candle rule, right? Sometimes it doesn't do it, right? Now I have a line here on the chart around that 471 level. See if they're going to resist here. Take a little bit of profit off the top, right? Was that Ted?
Yep.
Hi, Ted. A long time no talk to. Well, I guess. Yeah.
Ted's been here for a while, Mark.
I've been here.
I've heard him. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you got to hear my voice today, Ted. The blessing's all yours.
Oh my gosh, it's the dulcet tones.
Wow.
Wait a minute. What?
What?
Tones?
Dulcet.
Ted.
Are you Italian?
All right, where we got? Let's take a quick
Let me go
walk
look
around the
that
block here. Apple's still the downside, kind of getting a little heavy down here at the bottom. Might want to start doing things here, but it is consolidating. No reason to get out of this trade. Has it broken above the 9? Absolutely not. AMD still to the downside. Beautiful trades over there. I mean, you can't help but make money today. Throw a dart. Well, Amazon. I wouldn't throw a dart at Amazon. What do we got here? The Google testing the 200 again. All right, we had that sort of nice little cup forming, a little rough one, but it is forming there. You could argue that's a cup, but we got the 200 here. It's got to break and hold above that, so don't get excited thinking this thing's going to break through and go to the moon. All right. All right, what are we doing with the Russell? Russell has that nice rounded bottom, but does not want to break above that 245-ish level.
Reading the charts, Mark. M2K, 2 trades this morning, up 18%.
Holy cow.
I told you what I put over there, so
Yeah.
that wasn't bad.
There you go. Good for you.
Thank you, baby.
There we go. My button wasn't working.
Can't get your button.
Couldn't get my button. I had to push on it. The cord was halfway unplugged. How we doing over there, TikTok? You making money over there? Come on. Let me know. Let's post some profits over there. Or how are you doing? Or what didn't you do that cost you money? Let's go. Come on. We only got 5,000 likes. We got to hit 25,000. Smash them buttons. YouTubes, make sure you're giving thumbs up over there also. I don't know about YouTube over there. They seem like they're asleep over there. I don't know. I'm kind of liking TikTok a lot better this morning, but you know.
I put a message over there for you. You didn't see it?
No, I ain't had time to look yet. I was going to scroll back up over here.
Look at YouTube when you get a second.
So what, TikTok or YouTube's?
YouTube, when you just smash them buttons.
Smash them buttons. Troy, outstanding. 2%. What was that? Troy, 2% on his total account. Outstanding. Outstanding.
Good job, Troy.
You know what Matt would say, don't you?
All right, all right, all right.
There you go.
And just to back up Ted's comment on dulce is sweet in Spanish, kind of like the cinnamon twists and churros at Taco Bell with caramel sauce.
Okay.
Oh, man, damn it. OCD, I went to go click the button, Richard, and I realized I'm not holding the screen. I'm so programmed to hit the Taco Bell button.
There you go. I'll have to get that one.
You got to get, I was just about to say, you got to get that sound effect, Mark.
Troy, 2% total account today. 6 days in a row green. Done for the day. Wow.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Good job, Troy. Joy of the day. Go smell the roses. I know they're all frosted up here, but, you know, that's beside the point. All right, what do we got? Apple starting to get a little rounded bottom. You know how we like our rounded bottoms around here at American Dream Trading. Got to break and hold above the 21.
We cannot lie.
Cannot lie.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. My other brother likes big butts and cannot tell the truth. How will you escape the dungeon?
There we go. All right, we got Google. Google rejecting off the 21. Big pull. Google to the downside. Watch your 281 area down here. See if we get any slowdown here on that area. Russell, IWM, a rejection off the 55. If it can hold up here, whatever that is, the 245. We want to see this ideally hold above the 245 if it can. If not, we may have VWAP down there to support it. But it has to break above that 245.25 area. Break and hold above there to maybe get an upward momentum. Right now it's consolidating. Does not mean it's reversing, so patience is involved. Meta, still kind of flat. Double top area here. It's pretty much where it was at when it opened. Testing those levels again. Kind of a fugly there little chart, right? So I don't know if anybody's trading Meta, but you had to fight for your money. There's a lot of money to be made there if you could trade that, right? You got to accept that volatility. Microsoft getting
I sitting on previous day close.
Thank you. Microsoft getting a little heavy. I'll show Netflix. We don't talk about Netflix all that much anymore like we used to, but it is going to have a 10-to-1 split, so it's going to be drawing a lot of attention here over the next few weeks. Currently at $1,116 a share when they do the 10-to-1 split. If you buy that now at $1,116, you'll end up with 10 shares worth at $111.72. That's how that works. And then hopefully, because the price is lower, hopefully you'll get a little bit of a spurt to the upside. People get excited. They can start trading it. Doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. Let's face it, companies' earnings drive the prices, right? News overrides earnings to start with, so you may see a little craziness go on during pre-split day and the split day. Shift change, incoming volume, be careful. Let's take a look at SPY. SPY still to the downside. We do have volume coming in. Volume is just that. It's neither good nor bad. It's volume. It takes volume to move the market. Here we go. Nice, nice, nice. This is an account changing day. And let me point out, who's your substitute host this morning? Who's the hostess with the mostest? That every time he hostesses over here, people's accounts are changed for the better.
That would be Mark E. Newman.
There you go.
Boomer. Boomer.
There you go. Just saying. Correct answer. All right, Tesla getting in a little bit of consolidation up here at the 474 mark. Nice, even round number, right? I mean, they like these whole numbers. Just pop a little line there, just kind of get it close. I'm going to sit here and get it at 474 exactly, but close enough right there. Anyhow. All right, SPY that cannot break above the 21 at this time. Still to the downside. Trade to trade that's in front of you. AMD still to the downside. Nice play to the downside.
Earnings tomorrow, right? AMD.
Okay. Yeah, like I say, I'm kind of out of the loop here with individual stocks as I'm playing in the futures market.
AMD is a chip company, Mark.
Yes, I've heard of it. Once or twice. Yes, and speaking of chip companies, take a quick look at NVIDIA. By the way, they did publicly say, I did see that little news blurb, that no, NVIDIA, you won't be selling certain chips to that big old red country on the other side of the planet. They reaffirmed that statement, let's put it that way. Despite the meeting with world leaders over there. The Qs still to the downside. Qs, the SPY, I'll tell you what, Tesla, Apple. Can you not help but make money by just showing up here every day? Imagine what if you had a paid membership, what you could do. Holy cow. There's Apple. Another nice pull after it's tried to swing up a little bit, but Apple gang, how'd you do on that downside pull? How much did you do profit to the downside if anybody's available? If you're in a trade?
50% on the very bottom so far, and then right now runners are sitting at about 35%.
Holy cow! Good job.
107%.
Holy moly! Did you hear that? 107% on their money. Take a dollar bill, go to your local bank later today. Hey, I want 107% on my dollar right now. See what they do. Where else in the world are you able to do that? Well, I can think of some illegal things you can do to turn that dollar into lots of dollars, but you know, I have an aversion to prison, so I'll do the legal. All right. WM is kind of taking a little nap right now. NVIDIA is kind of flattened out. Let's take a look at Soxel that includes NVIDIA and AVGO and Intel and all the other big companies in the chip sector. Kind of slowing down also. All right, so market's been a nice run up and down. Tesla is actually still holding nicely up there at that 472-ish mark. It's still above has it broken hell below the 9 yet? No, it hasn't. All right, never dipped down below it a hair, but did it break and hold with the confirmation candle below the 9? No. Still no reason really to get out of this trade. You don't know how high is high or how low is low. Right. All right. Let me take a look at review some scroll back up through TikTok. Hey, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just ignoring you. I'm looking at these live trades while everybody's rolling into dough this morning. Of course, I haven't taken a trade yet, but, you know, it is what it is. All right. Let's see. Yes, we do not offer investment trading or tax advice over in TikTok, so we cannot tell you what to buy or sell. Neither will we allow anyone inside our live social medias to imply the same. So be careful what you're talking about in there. I know somebody posted something and somebody said, how much of it should I buy kind of thing, but thankfully the person didn't answer, so we're not allowed to offer financial investment or tax advice. What we will teach you is how to develop the skill to make those decisions on your own, so that when you see something, you'll be able to evaluate it. Is this something good to get into or not? Wouldn't you rather have...
See something, say something.
See something, say something. All right. Good. Call-outs are not inducements to buy. They just say, hey, take a look. Right? It'd be like if I just flipped a Tesla and, oh, holy cow, look at Tesla. Does that mean go buy it? No, it means look what already happened. Now evaluate the trade. Do you still want to enter it? You know, maybe that time has passed to the upside for now. We don't know yet, right? But you have to evaluate each trade for where it's at in a moment. Tesla is getting a little heavy on the vine. Let's see if it bounces off the 21. It hasn't really got to the 21 to test it here lately to see if it respects it. Now we know it is respecting the 9. Will we get a bounce off the 21? We'll take a look here to see. It did come a little short earlier. So we'll see if it can hold this. It is consolidating. It's not a reason to get out of the trade quite yet. Now, you could have took some profits here on these minor pullbacks, but really nothing huge, right, except right here at the top. As we test this level, that 470, what do we got to? We got support down around 470, 470 even. Nice round number, right? And that 470 would be just right here about where the 21's at right at this moment. So we want to watch this area right here. I was talking, this is the current support. Now, this changes constantly. So I want to watch this here, right? I'll just make that yeller so we can see that also. Put a temporary line there. Don't really need it. I got the 21 there, so I'm going to take that off.
It's also right at the 9 on the 2-minute.
Thank you. So if we do go back and look at a 2-minute, which slows things down a little bit, there you go. Just what you want to see. It's at a level, a nice historical level around that 471, and the 9's right there supporting it. Good. See how that works? Knowing historical levels matter. Bruno, when you're not in a trade, if you want to allow these fine people that are watching for free on all our social media broadcasts what kind of specials we may have in effect today and how they can go about finding more information about that.
Just give me a sec, Mark. I'm on a phone call.
Okay. At your leisure, sir. You can find at any time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including holidays. You can find all our information about our membership packages, training materials, and so forth over at our website, which would be appropriately named American Dream Trading. Check it out. There you'll find links to our membership. Grab that free Discord while you're at it. Now, when you get our paid memberships, you absolutely need our Discord because that's where we post every morning our live links to our live Zoom training that we do. Those links change every single day, and they are linked to your membership. You have to have a paid membership to get into our live Zoom training. But You don't have to have a paid membership to be part of our free Discord. Once you register for our free Discord, you can get in there and interact immediately upon registration with other American Dream Trading members and other free members, and you can discuss trades and talk about trading in general. Yep, do it all. Anyway, if you guys would be so kind, you notice the coach is not here. I'm not coach. My name is Mark McC. I'm one of the training moderators here at American Dream Trading, who so happens to currently host the Futures Education and Trading Program every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I just ask that you keep Coach and his family in prayers while they're dealing with the thing they have to deal with. So anyway, it's called life sometimes. Sometimes it's throws you a curveball and you got to deal with things, right? We all go through it. We all got to deal with certain things every day. Always putting out fires in our lives, aren't we? It's how you deal with them that matters. All right, what do we got here? Meta finally broke out of the double top, consolidated. It still is consolidating. No real signal of strength to the upside, but it did break above its consolidation here to the upside, which created a triple top for us.
Yeah, a lot less chop now, huh?
Yeah, looks a little bit better, right? If we didn't see,
I wrote a double combo of Tesla and Meta. Tesla helped me kind of ride out the choppiness of Meta.
There you go. And now your Meta may be paying off, right?
Yep.
Usually Meta, you get, more often than not, we'll see a big shoot to the moon thing at the open, right? Or all the way down, right?
Well, what you may not know is they reported good numbers.
Oh, so, did they? Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah, I'm out of the loop here. Especially, I didn't do anything related to trading, which is very unusual on the weekend. I was busy and going here and going there and having some good time, enjoying life, smelling the roses a little bit. So I'm kind of just, it was kind of almost like being on vacation. You know how you get out of the loop, right? I just spent the whole weekend doing other things for once. So look at that. There we go.
Mark, are you feeling okay?
Oh yeah, why? Oh, I was having withdrawals. Don't get me wrong. I was getting the shakes. I did look at the Discord a couple times, but other than that, yeah. There's Apple 2-minute chart. All right, Tesla, what are you doing now? Tesla's still holding its own in consolidation phase at the moment. Meta's still climbing nicely. Microsoft's holding its own. Nvidia, Nvidia's a little choppy, but it's got a little bit of movement to the upside here. It's going to have to fight with VWAP here for a breakthrough. You want to wait for a break and hold if you're not already in this trade above VWAP, unless you're a master scalper and you want to snag one candle or a partial candle for profits. But other than that, wait for a break and hold with a good confirmation candle above a VWAP. You want to get that space. You want to get a one candle space at least away from VWAP to get away from that magnetic pull that it has. Q's also coming off the bottom. A lot of things it's got to fight through to get through. It's going to be a tough fight for the Q's to get back up there. It's going to take some volume. So people serious about pushing it back up. The NASDAQ. Got to 200 right now. We're coming up to 21 on a 2-minute chart. This is a 2-minute chart. So we got to break through all of this really to get a good upside reversal here. Get a little bit of a rounding, but I'd say this is too soon to call. So if you're a good scalper, yeah, you can make a lot of money on this move. But you got the 200 and the 21 right there together. You want to see that break and hold above it, or watch for a possible pause and rejection. All right, let's see here. By the way, we do have, and I'll go through these real quick. We do have 3 of our programs that have an absolutely free 7-day trial that you can take advantage of. We have our premium membership, which is trading with Coach and the other training moderators from 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We also have the Futures membership, which is near and dear to my heart. It's my jam. That we start training and trading at 8:30 a.m. on a live Zoom call, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4. And we also have, and I saved it for last on purpose, crypto. Crypto has a live Zoom training on Wednesday nights at 7:15 p.m. in the evening, Eastern Time. And those happen every Wednesday night. And they also have occasional pop-up ones during the week. And also they talk everything crypto over in our free Discord inside that crypto membership channel. So you can check that out. Absolutely free for 7 days. By the way, if you have any questions about crypto, I see one of our excellent training moderators is Bucko504 over there in our TikTok live feed. If you have any crypto questions, feel free to talk to Bucko about it. Yes, we're more focused on stocks and stock options, but we cover everything here, whether it's stocks, stock options, crypto, or futures, short-term investing, long-term investing, investing for income, investing for retirement, covered calls, cash secured puts, iron condors, if you like them all kinds of things from the basic to the complicated. We do all that here at American Dream Trading. So if you would like, Bucko is presently helping moderate over there. Bucko504 is one of our highly skilled and qualified training moderators in our crypto program. Him and Chris do a fantastic job. The amount of information them two have in their brain make your brain melt. And I really enjoy listening to them talk, and they make seemingly complicated things very easy to understand. So if you do have any crypto questions or that trading question in general, Bucko's there. Don't be afraid to ask him. All right, what else we got? All right. What platform? Yeah, Chris, thanks for answering that, Bucko. Yeah, Chrissy asked what platform is this? This is Webull. I trade mainly on my TradingView platform, but for today I'm showing you the Webull, which is one a lot of our members use because that's what Coach was using to train with, and most of us have never traded a day in our life, and when we came in, we wanted to use the same thing Coach did for ease of use, ease of training, and it's very, very user-friendly once you understand the very basics of it. So it's great. It's free, right? It's a broker. Not saying you have to use Webull. If you're already with a broker, there's no reason to change. It's just another way of another brokerage that you can use. So, all right. What else we got? Things are kind of taking a little nap right now. They're trying to figure out what they want to do. All right, so here's Apple hanging out down there. Has not broken held above the VWAP, as we mentioned earlier. AMD, the same way, rejecting off VWAP. This is that yellow line on my chart, yellow dash line. Amazon, where's it at? Look at that, VWAP. Has it broken held? Well, it broke above it, but did you get a good confirmation on the shoulder of the previous candle? No. What happened? Well, you can see what happened. It pulled back, right? You want to see that nice confirmation candle that starts on the shoulder of the previous. See this back here? Right here? So you have this one here come up. Next candle started where the other one ended. This candle started where that one ended. Again, nice 3-candle movement to the upside. Again, you don't know. It doesn't tell you how high it's going to go. It just shows a sign of strength. When it doesn't start on the shoulder, you got to watch. It may be a weak candle, and you can see this one pulled back. Harlow, you got your hand up, buddy. What's up?
Everything is all good.
Yeah.
I just noticing that you don't have the recording on.
Okay, well, we are recording live on YouTube and on the social medias, but yeah, I came into the room late. I can turn it on, I guess.
Not too bad.
Well, you only got about 40 minutes left, and I'll be leaving to go back over to my home over in the futures. And I will turn that on for you.
Recording in progress.
Thank you for pointing that out. The reason he brought that up is our paid members have access to the live recordings that we do here every day in our VIP Gold, Diamond, Futures, and Crypto membership levels. They can access these at any time and review what was discussed in case they missed something. Maybe they were missed today. They had some running around to do. Along with all of our training that we do, it is recorded. So you don't always have to be present. If life gets in the way and you can't be there on a certain day, have no fear. Once it's videos processed, it'll be posted and you can go watch them. And speaking of videos, if you're over on our YouTube channel over there, appropriately named, you guessed it, American Dream Trading, there's well over 2,800 absolutely free training videos that you can watch for free at your leisure, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, just imagine if we will give away and post over 2,800 training videos, imagine what we do for our paid members. Just imagine. That'd be a good title of a song, Imagine. Should write a song about that. Come on, Don.
I think somebody already wrote it, Mark.
Oh.
I couldn't unmute myself, damn it.
All right. Just test to make sure
I
you didn't
think
fall asleep.
somebody already wrote some. Yeah, I'm not.
Does that mean I can't have a song with the same title?
All right.
Imagine there's no futures.
Hey now. Oh, come on. That was uncalled for. Oh, wait till I see Coach. Who was that?
I'm back, Mark.
All right. Hey, Berno.
Promos.
Tell us what's going on here at American Dream Trading, all the fine promotions that we currently have in effect, if you would.
Diamond lifetime membership. Dropped it $1,000. 4,000.
No way.
Yep. I did it. Mm-hmm.
See what happens when Coach goes away. We will play. What's that price now, Bruno? Tell us more.
4,000 lifetime. $4,000 for lifetime. That's all of our services, all of our recurring services. Does not include any a la carte items like one-on-ones, mentorships, and stuff like that. Crypto 7-day free trial, $50. Crypto access, not stocks and options and futures. Premium membership 7-day trial and for free, and then renews $125 per month after that. That is stocks and options. Futures membership 7-day free trial. $250 after that per month. That also includes the TradingView indicators. VIP membership, buy 12 months at $2,500, get 12 months of gold free. Futures, $2,500 for the year, and get 12 months of futures VIP free access, which gets you access to that Sunday night training and trading of futures. Diamond lifetime, 4,000. Don't delay. Get yours today. That's it.
By the way, both the VIP Gold and the VIP Futures also come with a newsletter every week that can help you give ideas for the coming week and possible things to look at for putting your money into. And once you
just to clarify, that's one-on-one mentorships like with Coach and David. So not the mentorship. You get the mentorship as well that we do with Richard on Wednesdays. And then the other moderator that wants to take a stab at it.
Thank you for that clarification. That alone, that mentorship program with Coach and the other training moderators is normally priced at what, $6,000 a year? I believe $500 a month, something like that.
5,000 a year.
5,000 a year. Well, there you go. You're getting a diamond membership for a price less than one of our programs. Tell me that ain't a great deal. Don't be one of those that live a life of regret by not getting those memberships. What can that do for you? Well, it could do a lot for you. It's just like everything else, whatever effort you put into it, right? But that is our top of the line, our creme de la creme, and all the kitchen sink thrown in membership. And it opens the doors to everything that we have. And that also includes all the recordings we've ever done, all the training materials we've ever created. It's not just from this point forward. It's in the history of American Dream Trading. That whole plethora, Don, of information is open up to you. It's a whole new world, guaranteed to make your brain melt. It is that much information. You think 2,800 free training videos on YouTube something? You ought to grab that diamond membership. You will get your mind blown.
It is a fire hydrant, so prepare yourself. There's a lot of information. So when you open that door, you can't. It's like Pandora's box. Once you open it, it will take you a while to get through all of it. I promise you that.
Yeah. And again, you want to focus on one area anyway, right? Whether it's stocks or stock options or crypto or, futures or, I want to look at options and how do I do calls? How do I do puts? How do I trade Ford? How do I trade Apple? All those different things. All that's in there for you. Not to mention 12 hours a day live Zoom trading starting at 4 a.m. And that again runs through 4 p.m. also. So, and that gives you the Saturday gold training with David, who hosts that, who deep dives into your questions. He will opens up the floor ahead of time for people that have specific questions, or he'll just do general trading. But generally, his training is a direct reflection on the questions that he receives. So personalized. It is basically one-on-one trading in a group setting. It really is. Oh, here we go.
Complete the puzzle, Mark.
There we go.
The puzzle.
All right. You get one chance at it here. Let me see. There we go. Can the boomer get the puzzle in the right place? Let's see. And the other thing is, can I get it to recognize it? It's not so much not getting the puzzle. There we go. Let me see. Let go. Let go. Green. Hey, success. Woohoo. Why do I get so excited about a puzzle piece? Well, because 80% of the time it doesn't recognize it even when I do complete it for some reason. It can be frustrating sometimes, but it is what it is, right? You got to deal with what you got.
I hate that puzzle piece.
Yeah, me too.
The other thing you get when you come in here is the community, and you're not trading alone. You have people to kind of guide there and be with you, because trading alone isn't a lot of fun. No. Plus, there's a lot of good discussion about, like, places to go eat and stuff, just saying.
Yes. We have a few that's mentioned practically every single day, unfortunately, but, All right. What do we got on our hot stocks? Any of our hot stocks moved this morning after the market opened? I didn't hear a call out lately on any of them. Did they pretty much blah today or what?
MSRP.
MSRP, thank you. Take a look at that real quick, since he mentioned it. Thank you very much.
Only $500 million in volume, no big deal.
What was it? Was it MSRP?
MSPR.
Oh, I'm dyslexic.
He was thinking about it. He was thinking about his AARP card.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
And I was thinking about the manufacturer price that I got out of that.
Manufacturer's retail price for cars.
Yeah. Suggested retail price.
Free float is 660,000 on that, by the way, and the news on it. I just say they upbeat in Q3 earnings. That's all that it shows.
There we go. MSPR for the win. By the way, our paid members get hot stock picks posted every single day before the market opens.
A lot of volume, by the way, going into the hot stocks, by the way, just FYI.
A
lot of volume across the board. A lot of volume.
Thank you. Any others moving? I know we had Cypher this morning. I remember calling that out. They were playing that at the open, and I came in after the fact and happened to see it when it popped again. Cypher is a mining stock, and it popped and it's since pulled back, but you can see the nice movement if you're there. Look at it, even after the open. Oh, holy cow, popped up to 25.11. What was it this morning, like 17 or something, 18?
How's the
views are dropping beautifully.
How's the market doing, by the way? Because this is abnormal. All hot stocks are flickering out of control.
Yeah.
Everything is dropping, even crypto.
There's a lot of volume going into these smaller stocks.
Has anybody got who's still in them SPY puts? Come on, look at that. Can we lay
Russell?
Look at the Russell IWM, Russell 2000 small cap index. Holy moly!
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. That's it. You know what Matthew would say about that, Don?
All right, all right, all right.
You know what the Kool-Aid guy would say, don't you?
Oh,
I do.
Yeah.
Sweet. Folks, if you don't know what this chart's telling you, that's telling you that our members are going to... matter of fact, you can't even go to the box store and buy a wheelbarrow now. Our members have bought them all out to wheel their money around. They've filled them all up, went to the big box stores, and they're all out. We're going to have to start calling in the Brinks trucks again. Come on. Fill them up. Look at that. Look at IWM. Wow. Look at all the indices. Throw a dart. Come on. You think being a paid member of American Dream Trading has its advantages? I don't know what you're waiting on. I mean, you can start for free today for 7 days. Get a peek behind the curtain, see what our live training that goes on for up to 12 hours a day is like. All right, now that requires a paid membership to get to 12 hours, but you can be in here with us all day long, starting as early as 8:30 in the morning. With Coach and the other training moderators in the stocks and stock option premium membership, it starts at 8:45 a.m. You get the hot stock picks. The pre-market level setup that we provide for highs and lows for the up levels and down levels. We do all that also. We go over that as a group live together so you know to watch for your critical areas of entry each and every day. I mean, them two things there alone is worth the price of membership. Not to mention all the training and trading documents and videos that we have. It's just the ability to be able to train live with an open mic, and you can ask your question anytime you want. Nobody else does that. Nobody else in the United States, nobody else in the world, nobody else in the galaxy, nobody else in the universe, I dare you to prove me wrong, does what we do here at American Dream Trading. Our goal is to train you so that you can make your own educated and wise decisions on what makes up a good trade. Should I enter the trade? When should I get out of the trade? If I get into the trade, how to evaluate and all the things that go behind that. Is it easy? Obviously not, or we'd all be millionaires, right? But it takes work. You get out of it what you put into it. What we are trying to do is help you develop a skill that will last you a lifetime, that nobody, even this old guy you tripped upon today on the interwebs, can take away from you. Not even Coach himself can take that skill away from you once you learn it from him, right? And you can do this anywhere in the world that you have an internet connection with. It's amazing. And you know what I love most about it? It ain't the money. I mean, we all love money, but, you know, you can only buy so many things with money, right? I know we can try real hard, right? We all have that dream, oh, if I win the lottery, I'm going to buy this and that. Well, you know, more things you buy, the more things you got to take care of. And then eventually the things own you instead of you owning the things, right? So things aren't really, at least in my worldview perspective, are not important at all to me, you know? Not that I don't like things. I do like things. I have my things I like, right? But I got to take care of them. So less things you got to suck up your life on a day-to-day basis is a good thing. But what I love, what this provides, and the benefit to you is freedom of time. That you cannot put a price on, right? Who was that earlier?
Job too.
What's that?
That include a daytime job getting in the road?
That's what it'll do for you. You know, if you can start out working 9 to 5 and do this as you learn and grow, well, you know what? You may get to the day where that, like I did, where, hey, you know what? I don't work here no more. I ain't working for nobody. I won't work for anybody ever again as long as I live. Don't need to. I've been doing this for 3 years full time. I retired because of listening to the sound of Coach's voice, as does many. Well, I mean, we quit count. We used to give a count practically every week how many members we retired. We quit counting a little after 200, didn't we? It just got to be so much, and we just lost count. But am I saying you'll be able to retire if you get a paid membership to American Dream Trading? No, it's like anything else. You get out what you put into it, right? But if you want to learn the skill that can lead to that financial success, whatever your definition is, and everybody has, that matters the most. That you cannot put a price on. I worked 12 hours a day for 45 years in a factory. I don't know what that's all about. Losing our connection. I think Elon might have moved one of the satellites there. Hang on. Hope I didn't lose my connection. Maybe it's just locally here. I don't know. Let me see. I lost my TikTok feed on that I monitor, but we're still live. All right. Anyway, that was just a thing. My interwebs got a little slow there. I guess. Y'all there? Hello?
Did the steer link move to a different pasture?
He might have went over the next hay bale or something and got under a tree or something, blocked the signal. So anyway, as I was saying, freedom of time. This is what this will give you. I'm sure I can open up have our members open the mic and 90% of them will tell you that the freedom of time is something you cannot put a value on. To get up and be able to walk away or decide, I'm just not going to trade it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go see this person, that person. I'm going to go help this organization or that organization. I'm going to do what I want to do today. I'm not beholden to a boss in a factory somewhere or in an office trapped in a cubicle where you can't see anything. Now the times change. How many of you you're working 12-hour shifts? You're going to work when it's dark and coming home when it's dark. I lived that life for 45 years. I don't miss it one bit. That freedom of time that coaches has given to me personally through his training and the skills I've acquired over time by learning how to do this, that freedom of time is immeasurable. You know, if somebody needs me to run over to the church for a minute, which is really about a mile up the road from where I live. Hey, Mark, can you run over there and do this or do that? Or can you go open the door for this person? Or can you go here? Can you go there? Bang, I'm gone. Yeah, I don't ever have to say no if I don't want to, right? I have freedom of time. Do you have freedom of time? I bet you don't if you're working a 9-to-5 job and listen to us. Well, can I guarantee you success here at American Dream Trading if you get a paid membership? Absolutely not. I can guarantee you one thing. I can guarantee you you'll fail. What? What did he say? Well, I can guarantee you'll fail if you don't listen to the sound of Coach's voice and if you don't follow his rules, which there's not many of them, but those rules there are meant to preserve your account, right? Because what you lose today, you can't trade tomorrow. It's not really all that complicated. If you really want to put the time and effort into it, and again, it's not easy. I'm not trying to oversimplify this. This is hard. Every day is hard, right? You have to make decisions that if you make the wrong decisions will have a direct impact on your bank account. You know, you could lose your house payment, your car payment, your insurance payment, your food, right? If you're making wrong decisions. Am I afraid of that happening? No. Why? Because I've been doing this for 3 years. I've developed the skills. Do I make bad decisions? Obviously I do. I'm human, right? I do dumb things every day. I break coaches' rules and I pay for it financially. Do I like that? No. Does it frustrate me that I do the things I know I shouldn't do that coach taught me not to do, right? Well, it's not so much he didn't teach me what not to do. He told me what to do, right? And that those skills you acquire over time. And the biggest impediment to profits in day trading is right here. It's what's between your two ears if you have two ears, right? The thing in your noggin. We are our own worst enemy because we're human and we want to do stupid human tricks all the time. But if you can develop that discipline and listen to the sound of Coach's voice, show up every day that you can, put into work, right? And I use this. Do you ever see an 8-year-old gymnast win the Olympic gold medal? No, never. Never will happen either, right? I know you should never say never, but it will never happen. Why? Because an 8-year-old is not physically ready to do the things that you need to do to win a gold medal. They don't have the skills. They haven't had the training. They haven't had the time. They don't have the confidence because they have not used the skills over a long period of time. They're not physically ready, mentally ready, not mature enough in their skills to do what needs to be done to win an Olympic gold medal. Does a brain surgeon just walk into a hospital?
They have to be at least 12.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what? Olga Corbett, what was she? Wasn't or Nadia? Wasn't she like 14 or something, weren't they? So it's like anything else in life. You have to develop a skill. You have to hone the skill. You have to practice that skill daily. I'm a musician. You think picking up a guitar for the first time, running my fingers across the strings made me a guitar player? No. All I did was make a bunch of noise and strings. I had to learn. I had to put in the hours. I had to put in the time. I had to put into pain. There's pain equity involved, right? Building up calluses on your finger. Well, guess what? There's pain involved in trading. You have to build calluses. What do you mean? Well, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make poor decisions, mostly out of ignorance, right, while you're learning. And that's why we tell people don't use real money while you're learning. You got to build up those calluses, those mental toughness to be able to do the things you do. You'd have to let candles form. You have to give them time to go up and down. You have to trust your levels, trust your indicators, trust your training. And that doesn't happen overnight because self-doubt creeps in real easy, right? We question what we just did, right? Maybe we just got through doing something dumb. Now we're all traumatized, right? You know, when you lose a lot of money on a trade, it traumatizes you. It's a big deal, right? I don't care how much money you have in your bank account, right? I remember the first time I lost a large amount of money when I first started because I didn't listen to one of the rules the coach teaches us, right? And I broke the rule, and I broke it repeatedly, having hopium that it was going to bounce back. Well, guess what? It didn't, right? I was curled up on the couch for about 3 days, right? Now, let's see, now coach teaches you get about 5 minutes, I believe, then you got to shake it off. But yes, I'm exaggerating for a point, but it was very traumatic when that happened to me, right? I've never forgotten that lesson. And I haven't repeated that. It was such a financially painful lesson to me, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, that I haven't repeated that mistake. Now, have I lost money? Obviously I have, but I have not repeated that one. Why? Because I found out by listening to the sound of Coach's voice, you know, that guy knows what he's talking about. He's bringing over 33 years of experience to this training. So, you know, you might want to pay attention to people that have experience and time in whatever it is, whether it's a guitar teacher, a brain surgeon, a gymnastics coach, or Coach himself here at American Dream Trading, right? He does know what he's talking. He's been through all the different market conditions, right? There's proof in the pudding. You can try all the different thousands of trading strategies out there. Are they repeatable consistently, right? Or is this some newfangled thing that some little tick toddler repackaged and gave it a different name? There's really nothing new under the sun. So don't think somebody you're watching on the interwebs has come up with some new fantastical trading strategy. Well, guess what? Everybody's already been there, done that, right? They're just repackaging what already exists. So they're not having some great revelation. If trading bots worked, everybody would be a millionaire, right? Or billionaires, right? Because we'd all be using it. And the market wouldn't work. The markets wouldn't work, quite frankly, right? The markets would cease to exist efficiently if everybody was using a trading bot. They don't work. You know, I'll go as far as to say they're a scam. I mean, you know, do they have their use in helping you look for things that might be you can look at? Sure, right? But for people selling their $9.99 bot so that you can make millions, doesn't happen, folks. It's a pipe dream at this point, right? Now, I'm not saying AI doesn't have value. It does, right? Used properly. Anyway, Google up here at a critical level. Anyway, my point was, go to American Dream Trading. What are you waiting on to change your life? How long, many more days do you want to keep going into the factory or wherever it is you work, where you don't get to enjoy fresh air and sunshine unless you have an outdoor job, right? Now, this time of the year with the time changing, right? Shorter days. Like I say, I went to work for 40 some years. This time of the year it was dark when you went to work, dark when you come home. Yes, sir.
Qs have found support at 630.
Who did?
Bouncing up. The Qs.
The Qs? Q. All right, we're at a strong resistance area here. To the upside, we're at the 55 and that 631 level. We can see right here, right?
Yep, Russell found support as well.
Thank you.
Testing
and
the
for
21.
the love of Pete, get involved.
Who's Pete? Pete in here? Who loves Pete?
Everybody loves Pete.
Everybody, apparently. Who is he? We don't even have a Pete in here that I'm aware of. Well, there might be somebody with a real name, Pete, but maybe not their username. Yes, we're at a resistance area to the upside on the Qs. SPY, the same way. Look at this. They're all mirroring each other. So now they're all kind of, we're waiting on maybe a swing more to the upside, but I am not convinced myself personally. I'm going to trade the trade that's in front of me. Right? Got the nice rounded bottom we like. That part's good. Again, you got to trade. We'll see what happens, right? Don't be going all in just because you think, right? Use what you have in front of you and interpret it properly. All right. Anybody make any money today? I mean, all you had to do is throw a dart. Let's start.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in that SPY at 180.03.
SPY?
I'm sorry, 680.03. I'm dyslexic with numbers.
Yeah, me too. So you're into the upside then. Good play, huh? Got that bottom bounce there, practically?
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Where'd you learn how to do that at?
Well, if you look on like a 30-minute chart, there's like 3 bounces in that area, and this is a higher low.
Yep. There you go. Wow. From training he got here at American Dream Training. Look at that. Here's what he's talking about. This is a 30-minute chart. Look at that. Where's this going to bounce at, folks? Oh, look at that. He used his training looking at a longer time period. Look at that. Is that like a plane a day? Did that surprise you that it did that? Absolutely not. Good job. Wow.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Are you impressed or what? There, one of our members used his training to look at a longer time frame to make a wise choice. Amazing how that works. Historical levels matter, folks. Hey, Bogdan, good to see you over there, YouTube. Yep, see you at 2 o'clock later on this afternoon when the Futures Education Training program starts. What's going on over there on the YouTubes? They seem kind of like muted today. What's going on? I see that we have a lot of people there, right? Y'all hitting that thumbs up? Let me refresh my page. I see how many. I can see how many's live over there. Let's see how many gave a thumbs up. Oh, come on. Only about 55% of you have given us a thumbs up. How about going over there and smash that thumbs up over there, YouTubes? Give a thumbs up. It helps. All right. Oh, I love this question. Hey, it's Brian K. What is my win percentage? 97.825% there, Brian. I am the world's greatest trader. Follow me. Hello? Does that mean anything to you? It means absolutely nothing. Anybody can spout off a number. Win percentages mean absolutely nothing. Yes, you want to be more green than you are red. That's how you have green days. Anybody that's bragging about win percentages and following me, it's time to move on down the road. Move on down the road, right? Yeah. Thanks, Brian. Now, I'm using you, Brian. I'm kind of picking on you, but I'm not really, because we get that question all the time. I get that question as a live host. What's your win percentage? It really means absolutely nothing. The other day I had, at one point in my trading, I had 4 winning trades and 6 losing trades out of 10 trades. Well, that's horrible, right? You know what I mean? But yet I was obscenely profitable. Okay. So it's not, win percentages doesn't mean anything. Now, does that show that you're making good decisions? Yes, I get it, right? It does. You know, if you have more green trades than red, yes, you're going to have a higher percentage, but it really comes down to it means nothing, right? I could have out of 100 trades, 1 green trade all day, and I could have made $10 million on one trade, right? And be profitable, and the other ones didn't. So again, you can take statistics and use them however you want. I do not give win percentages, nor does anyone else in this room that's live give any weight to that, because they really don't matter. Now, it may matter to you as an individual, right? You're seeing, it's a reflection on how am I doing overall? Am I making good decisions, right? Am I making money because I'm making good entry decisions, right? Yes, and it does matter on a surface level to you. But for the reason that is touted so much is because there are so many people on the internet that want to use that to make them sound like the world's greatest trader, right? It means really nothing on the level of trader you are, right? So you're asking what metrics matter? Your checking account, that's what matters, right? You know, if I make one trade and it's green, I'm 100%, my win percentage is 100%, right? So you know what I mean? Again, and I'm not picking on you personally, because we do get this all the time. What matters is, are you, and really when you're first starting, okay, even if you are, and again, you'll be paper trading, are you getting into bad trades, right? Are you losing money on paper, okay? Now, that sounds bad on the surface, but are you learning from that? What did I do wrong? What did I not see on that trade that caused that to happen to me, right? The same way is, did I make money on this trade? Fantastic. I'm happy about the $10 I made, right? And you're exuberant. I don't care if it's $1 or $10 million. You're happy when you have a green trade and make money, right? And it's not even the money that matters. It's I made a good decision. That means I evaluated the trade properly, that I was able to decide to go in there, that I am developing these skills that I need, right? Yeah, you can get lucky once in a while, right? But I don't believe in luck, but that's besides the point in another discussion. So you're evaluating your trade. That's what's important. What is it? Did you learn from that trade, right? A losing trade will teach you a lot, and so will a winning trade. If you keep looking at you, and don't be focusing on the negative so much. What did I do that I made money on this trade? What was it I saw? Well, maybe I ought to start looking for those things more often, right? And we help teach those things. What makes a good trade? Should I enter this trade? Should I wait? Should I pause, right? Should I give it time? Whatever, right? It's a skill that you developed. Percentages, win rates, yeah, it's not. So you're evaluating yourself every single trade, right? And there's nothing worse when you enter a trade right away, and as soon as you click that mouse, and I do this every day. I mean, this has not changed about me and probably most traders. You click that mouse button, and the second you click it, you knew you shouldn't have, right? You're like, dang it, what did I do that for? I know I shouldn't have waited. I should have waited or whatever. Oh, there's VWAP. Why did I enter at VWAP, right? We all do those things, right? And hopefully you learn from them. So over time, those things happen less and less and less to you. So again, your win rate matters more to you, right? The reason I get on about that is because that's used as a marketing tool, right? For people on the interwebs, the internet, right? To get you to trust them. I have a 72.67% winning trade over the last year, right? Oh, that guy's got a high percentage rate. The other guy only had a 60. I'll follow the guy with the 70, right? Yeah, don't use that as an excuse to follow somebody. Watch Coach. Coach has got over 14 millionaires, 10,000 members, over millions of people have been trained by Coach. You will see Coach trade live. Do you see him lose money while he's trading live? Well, he sucks as a trader, is what you'd say on the surface. Well, no. Part of the reason he loses money is because he's distracted. 100% of it's because he's distracted, right? He's training and talking and taking questions, all that all the time, right? So you want to look at the person and listen to what they're saying. Does it make sense, right? Are they actually teaching you a skill? Or are they just calling out buy XYZ, right? Buy XYZ down. 5 minutes later, oh, get out of XYZ. Sell it now, right? Do those work? Nope. Why? Because, well, number one, on social media, you're delayed, right? 20 to 45 seconds on average on a good day, right? Or they'll do the WhatsApps and Telegram texting. Even there's delays, right? Somebody's got to compose those things. A lot can happen in 30 seconds to a trade. And that's why we tell you, never mimic anything you see here because it's already happened. And I might be getting into something that's too risky for you. I might be trading Tesla. I'm like, look at me trading Tesla. Everybody buy Tesla. Well, do you know Tesla can pull back or one way or the other 50% without a moment's notice? In a year's time, Tesla will advance and retrace 50% overall, right? So the person that is calling out things may be calling out things that are way above your risk tolerance, right? If you're not knowing what you're doing, that's a good way to wreck your account. And that's what usually happens, right? Well, that guy didn't work. Let's move on to the next one. Well, let's do this. How about getting the training and education that you need? How about you develop the skill to be able to make your own decisions? Because if I don't show up tomorrow calling out something, what are you going to do? Oh my gosh, he took the day off. Now I can't trade, right? Because you don't know how. You haven't developed that skill. I don't need Coach. Well, I do. But I don't, if Coach ain't here today, what do we do? Did we shut the program down? No. Did we stop trading today? No. Guess what? We'll trade for 12 hours today, and we have already, right? We've been trading since 4 a.m. Coach couldn't make it here due to some things that happened out of his control. But because Coach has taught us how to, if you want to use the analogy of fishing, he taught us how to fish, we can feed ourselves because we've developed the skills over time that Coach has taught us. So those days when Coach is not here, walking us through, say, a SPY trade or a NASDAQ trade, we still know what to do. I'm not entering this trade. Should I enter this trade right now? No. In less than 1 second, I decided I'm not entering this SPY trade. Why? Well, I got VWAP right there. Coach has taught us you never enter a trade on VWAP. You wait for the break and hold away from it, right? Either to the upside or downside. You don't enter a trade on VWAP. That's the strongest indicator on your chart. Now, I'll use VWAP to make decisions, but I'm not going to enter a trade right there. Not now, right? If it can break and hold above it, sure. If it comes up here and hits it and play the bounce off VWAP, yeah, that's a strategy, right? But coach has taught us how to do that. And that's why I say I would miss coach if he's we do miss coach when he's not here. I know you guys miss coach, even though you're watching for free, right? I'm not coach. I don't even pretend to know a tenth of what that man has. He's forgot more than I know, the old saying, right? But the thing he's done is even when he's not here, we can carry on and be successful traders day in, day out, 24 hours a day. Crypto can trade 24 hours a day. Coach ain't around here 24 hours a day. I'm in the futures market. I love the futures. It's the only thing I trade, right? I have a passion presently for futures. That's my jam, right? I could trade 23 hours a day. Coach ain't in the futures 23 hours a day. He's not there. But everything that coach has taught me, I could go trade crypto. I could go trade futures all day long, right? Because I'm applying the principles. I've developed the skill over time, and it was not easy. It takes time, right? You may learn it faster than I did, right? Or I may learn it faster than you will. Everybody learns it different. So that's the importance. That is what's important, is the education. Making those decisions, developing that skill, owning that skill, testing that skill to make yourself money and to benefit your family. The benefit of developing a skill is that you can use it anywhere in the world to benefit your family. Make your life better than it is today. Am I guaranteed to make you a millionaire? No. Can you become a millionaire? Yeah. Only thing stopping you is you, right? And the training and education that goes with it. But you got to get the training first. Don't get the proverbial cart before the horse. Anyway, great question.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, sir.
SPY needs to work its way back up to 683 to 683.35 or 40 in order to have a reversion bounce. If it doesn't, it'll roll over and probably retest low up day. We'll see what we got.
Wow, look at that. Do you hear that? See what he said? He's calling up here around the 683. What is that? What criteria is that going to fulfill? Let me put a line here. All right. What criteria is that going to fulfill when he gets up there to do what Palm was just talking about? Well, Palm looked at his chart.
Top right there.
Yeah, Palm looked at his chart. You got VWAP. Well, it's not going to get to 683 till it breaks and holds, which will be at least probably 2 candles, unless there's one ginormous one. But if it keeps stair-stepping, right? So we know he used that bit of information. He looked back on his charts. Look here, this one here, you can see how it come down at, now this is off a few pennies, but 683 is right here, this line, this little blue line. See how this came down and paused? Well, that's got some meaning to it, right? He tried to come back up once here and rejected, right? So now we're going to see. So that's what he was calling that out, right? Now we have the 200 right there now. Now that'll be moved before it gets there. But I can assure you that he also looked at higher time frames on his chart at these levels and seen the same thing, right? Those are
so he's looking for support at the 683 then, is what he's saying.
Yep.
That's where you can look for entries. Okay.
Yep.
That's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
But we got to wait, right? Just like I was talking about earlier. You don't enter a trade at VWAP. You want to wait for the break and hold, right? So by the time all those things that he just said, and he spent probably a few minutes looking at his charts, right? Looking at his indicators, the history. Because historical levels matter. And if it can break and hold above VWAP, well, we'll be on our way to hitting that 683, won't we? And just even in the short term, right? We can see how important that level is. Not only did it hit here or there, I scroll back further. Look at it here. Hit there and bounce. Come back down there. Hit consolidated. Well, finally, after trying a bunch of times, it made it through, right, to the downside. But you can go back, scroll back on your charts, put it on a higher time frame, go look. He didn't just pull that number out of you know where, right? Here it is, testing VWAP. So these are skills that you develop, and you can decide literally. If I was flipping through all these and I flip back here to SPY, I could tell you in less than a second. It takes longer to say it out loud than it does for me to make a decision. And under a second, I can tell you whether I want to enter this trade right now. I don't. Why? Well, it's breaking VWAP, but it hasn't broken and held. I want to see a confirmation candle. Could I have scalped that for a few bucks? Sure, I could have. Is it wise? Well, that's for you to decide. I don't, because I want this next candle to start on the shoulder of the previous candle with some oomph, as I call it, the upside. In other words, some volume that's going to give me an indication that it may want to carry on my wayward son to the upside. Don.
Yeah, you're always better. You're better off missing the little bit of a breakout, but if it comes back to a nice solid hold, that's always a much better pickup, right?
Yep.
Especially if it's from Kansas.
Yes. Richard was paying attention. Yes, I think everything somebody says puts a song lyric in my head. I'm just the way I am. So you see, this did not.
No more.
Yes, right. Oh, I cry all the time. You know that. It didn't start exactly on the shoulder with oomph to the upside. What happened? It's a weak. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to go all the way back down, but it means that's a weak candle. I need to be careful when I see that weakness in that candle. So it's all these little things like this that Coach teaches us that we're doing here, even though Coach isn't sitting here with us personally today, and we're making money doing it. Hopefully you were able to make money today. I appreciate everybody being here today, hanging out with us, even though Coach wasn't here. I appreciate it. I always enjoyed doing it and hanging out and learning from each other. We learn, when you ask questions, that's how we learn. Thank you for those good questions. I kind of picked on the one gentleman over there in TikTok. I wasn't really picking on him personally, but we get those questions that's just, you hear all the time, and it's a shame that people will get pulled into those type of statistics because somebody makes them sound like better than they are, right? I don't care what my statistics are the other day, and at the end of the day, I care was I green for the day. So, and there you go. Now, do I want to play SPY to the downside? Absolutely not. Why? Because it hasn't broke and held below VWAP. I got one candle. There's a lot of things here to stop that from happening. Don't mean it won't. This could just drop like a rock at any minute. But did this next candle start on the shoulder of the previous? Nope. When it was happening. Look at that. Just like it happened up here, it's happening here, right? See that? Sign of weakness. That's just one of the many things that Coach teaches us to watch for. Very important to know these little things, right? When you're in a trade. So they can help make profits for you and your family, help you achieve your financial goals, but it's up to you to get in there and decide that you've had enough of your 9 to 5. You've had enough of working them 12-hour shifts where you go to work in the early morning when it's dark, and now it's dark at 5 o'clock in the evening, and you're coming home in the dark, right? It's depressing. It really is. But, I lived that life, so I speak from authority on that. And I did that for 45 years, whatever, right? This is the best thing.
Think about Apple. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. What about Apple?
I was just saying, seeing what everybody was thinking about the Apple, kind of double top there on VWAP.
Yep, look at that. What's Coach tell us about VWAP? Well, you don't enter a trade. Now you can enter a trade off the bounce, right? But if I think I'm going to play long above VWAP, I'm not going to enter that, right? I'm going to wait and see what it does first, that confirmation candle. There you go. Up, bounce, up, bounce, up, bounce. That Coach does teach us, right? That's a critical level. It's a critical indicator. You can grab the bounce off of that, right? Not only is VWAP there causing that, we can see the double, triple tops there, right? Great play. Well, anyway, I hope you all had a great day today. I will see you on live futures training and education program at 2 p.m. later on today, Eastern time. We are live here at American Dream Trading 3 times daily. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. I am live with the futures education trading program from 2 to 4 p.m. And then at 4 p.m. over on our YouTube channel, you will find the Aftermarket Show, appropriately named after the New York Stock Exchange closes at 4. And they discuss different subjects. They have themes. They'll talk about the day. If you have any questions, Dawn is over there. She's got that smooth, silky voice that just captivates you and wants to draw you in to learn more. You can join her panel live with a live camera if you want, and an open mic. Or you can ask questions over there to her also and the other members that usually hang out over there on the panel, just like you did here. And they'll be happy to answer your questions. That starts at 4 p.m. Glad you all could be here today. Appreciate it. Again, head over to our website, which is American Dream Trading. Check out all our different membership promotions. You'll find one easy click button there that'll take you to a page that outlines all of them in one handy-dandy area. And grab that free Discord also while you're there. For the remainder of the day, until we meet again, let's make sure that you're being nice to other people out in the world. You know, the world likes to crap on other people, right? If you don't think so, go work at a retail store once. You'll see how mean other humans are to other humans, right? Try to be nice, be kind, always rewind if you got green hair. Anyway, try to be an encourager, not a discourager, because you may be the only smiling, encouraging person that person meets today. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.